Now, the Leaping Orchid, part of the spider orchid family. Look at those. Aren't they dynamic? Now, they're known for the really rich calli on their labellums. This one's got a third flower down the bottom here. Isn't that beautiful? Where they call them reaching. Because of their petals, which go upwards, straight up, as you can see there. Isn't that dynamic? And this is the most I've ever found in the one area. So under this particular tree, you've got the plant with 3 flowers. This is a single. And then just across the back here, can you just see it through there? There we go. Now there is about 7 in this particular area, so we're just going to go and have a little look. But this is where all the blue chinas are. But aren't they spectacular? Wow, a pretty dynamic looking orchid, I have to say. Absolutely stunning. Standing about 15 centimetres tall, these ones. Let's just have a look at their leaf. Pretty much the same as any orchid. Leaf bit thinner coming up from the ground there, which is very gravelly. Absolutely stunning. Let's go and have a look at the others. Okay, we're looking at 2 more just over at another tree. So in fact there's about 10 or 12 here. So we'll start at his base, work all his way up through his very furry leaf. And look at that. It's getting there. There we go. It's got a nice little water droplet on him too, so that makes for a beautiful photo. But aren't they dynamic? Each of their petals have got a stripe up them, red stripe, and the tips are all dark red as well. Look at that. Amazing. The one over the back here, he's a little bit done, I think. Gone blurry too because the camera went to the tree behind. But that's okay, we don't want to look at him anyway. Look at that. walking around this area just to look at the leaping. So there was 2 under that bush. I actually see another one under here. Can you see him? There we go. Just in amongst there. Might get a photo of that one. I love it when they're tangled up. And then the others that we saw earlier are under that tree there. And then these ones, look at these. Hang on, let me try and get the right angle. These ones, aren't they beautiful? That's a nice big one, standing about 25-30 centimetres, that one. One down the bottom. Gorgeous. And one tucked in just behind him there. Oh, can't get in, hang on. Round, 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 round. There we go. That's him in there. So we'll get a couple of shots. Especially, he's a beauty. I might just get a bit of sun on it now, which would be lovely. Aren't they gorgeous? And this whole area's just got blue china under just about every one of these bushes is a leaping spider orchid. So I can see one just over there. Got a couple of cowslips up there. Blue china's all through here. Starting to close up now, I might add.